Welcome to the Honesty Club podcast.
I'm Kelly.
And I'm Sarah Joy.
We've been friends for over a decade, and at this point, we've talked about everything.
Each week, we'll take a hot topic and give our honest takes. And even better, we're inviting you to be a part of the conversation by submitting your stories and thoughts.
Laugh a little, learn a little, and even feel free to disagree.
You're invited to join the Honesty Club. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Honesty Club. It's been a minute since we've done a video podcast.
It's true.
But we're ready to go.
Here we are. It's very cold, so we have our sweaters on.
We overslept by like 30 minutes today, and I think we were hibernating.
Yeah.
I think it was biological.
Exactly.
It was self-preservation. It was 25 degrees this morning.
Yeah, it's still very cold.
Yeah.
And it's, mid-morning. I was like shocked.
No, I think it's like 27 now.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Not much higher. Crazy.
Mm-mm.
I could not get warm this morning. Finally, I feel like I turned the heat up to like the highest it's probably ever been.
Yeah.
And I finally am feeling the warmth, but
so your upstairs probably gets warm fast and downstairs doesn't?
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. But even upstairs was feeling cold, so I don't know.
When we lived in an apartment on the third floor, we were having to pump that AC, and then it would be drafty when it was cold outside. It's like, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So just trying to survive the cold.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're getting one last go of it, I hope.
I know.
And then it'll
so.
be...
I'm like, how long is this going to last?
I know.
Feels like when I look at the weather app, it's like, I don't see an end yet. So
yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah. When this podcast comes out, we will be completing our trip at Disney, which is so fun. I'm excited about it.
Her, not me.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I said we. I meant me and my family, but yes. Kelly will be there in spirit.
Right. Exactly.
We're just waiting on the podcast to pick up, and then we'll go. It's a podcast.
We'll go every week.
Yeah.
I'm just
kidding. I've never done like the strategy, you know what I mean? Of like lightning lanes, dining reservations, you know what I mean? Like that. Mm-hmm. I usually just go like wait in line, but now I'm kind of toying with, okay, should I do some? Because I just don't, Darby's the X factor, you know?
Right. Yeah.
So I don't know what she'll be down for.
Right.
We'll see.
And isn't there like, what's it called? I don't know what it's called, but it's where you can get in line and then one of you has the baby and then you can switch.
Rider switch.
Yes.
Yes. But I'm like, I don't want to do all the rides alone.
Then what's your option?
We'd need to tag along with the other families, which is like our family. But I feel like I don't know. It'll probably all shake out. But I feel like they have gone super hard on all the lightning lanes. So now they have all their appointments. And it won't be like they're waiting in line. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, can you get a few now?
I can. But they're $1 million. And
really?
I'm just like, they're so expensive.
You have to pay for them?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they just changed it. So like I did one, but I'm like, I'm not doing all of these. Like, because there's one called Cosmic Rewind. It's for Guardians. It's like a newer one in Epcot. And I've never, anyway, our time is like a little compressed because I think that's the day we're going to park hop.
Okay.
So I was like, let's do it for this one.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's $18 a person.
You're kidding me.
So I checked out. It was like $40 just to get on this ride. I was like, okay, I hope it's, you know what I mean?
Are making a killing.
Mm-hmm. They're slaughtering.
That's crazy. Like that is, that's like going to a restaurant at this point, like a fast food.
I know. I was like, well, we'll do it for that one, but not.
Yeah.
I'm not doing all the parks like this.
No. Well, there are a few rides where, they're chill and slow that you can do all together with Darby, you know?
Yeah. I just think, well, definitely that. But there are 3 that I've never ridden before, which I'm like, okay, I want to try them. The first one is the Guardians ride.
Okay.
The second one is Tron.
Oh, yeah.
And the third one is Tiana's. I've also never ridden Tower of Terror, but I have done the one in LA, which is like the Guardians version of it. Like they rethemed it to Guardians, and that was so fun. But I don't know if I would like it as much being like spooky themed. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because the Guardians one is just like wild and hilarious and
But
fun.
I feel like the Tower of Terror, the spooky theme, it doesn't last that long once you get on the, like getting to the ride is pretty quick, and then you're on it, and then it's just like drops you.
Right, because it's like, oh, the power goes out, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
In Guardians, it's like loud music, like you see the Guardians characters, and then Rocket's like, what does this do? And he like unplugs something, and then you drop. It's like, that's fun, Yeah. But, yeah, we'll see.
Wow. We'll see what happens. Yeah.
Yep. I have a few dining reservations, so we're not doing like the dining plans, but we're going to some place called, I think, Skipper Canteen in Magic Kingdom. So it's kind of like Jungle Cruisey kind of vibe, which sounds fun.
Yeah.
And then in Animal Kingdom, we're doing Yak and Yeti, which I've had before, and it was so good.
Nice.
And then in Epcot, we're going to go to the London place, which is called Rose and Crown.
Cute.
I think they do like shepherd's pie and toffee pudding and
ooh, that sounds fun.
Yeah. And then in Hollywood Studios, we're going to go to the Brown Derby.
Never heard of it.
So the Brown Derby is based off of the original Brown Derby, which was in Hollywood or LA. I don't know. Okay. I think it was in Hollywood. But it's like a old restaurant with like photos of old movie stars. It's kind of like, they have you been since they did Mickey Minnie's Runaway Railway? I don't think you have, huh? So they based that one to look exactly like Grauman's Chinese Theater, which is also in LA. So that's where they had like the handprints and stuff. Yeah. Not like the Hollywood Walk of Fame, but like the handprints, footprints, and the signature.
Yes.
So that whole thing is like a replica of that, and then across the street is where the Brown Derby is, which is the restaurant. I grew up watching I Love Lucy, so both of those things are in I Love Lucy. Like in one of them, she steals like John Wayne's footprints from Grauman's Chinese Theater, so that's fun to see there. And then across the street, they go to the Brown Derby. She sees like this movie star, I think it's William Holden, and she's like staring at him the whole time, like while he's eating, like because he's in the booth next to her. Cute. Anyway, it's a whole I Love Lucy skit, but it's based off of the Brown Derby. And then the original Brown Derby is not open anymore, so like you can go experience it at Disney.
Love that. That's great. Yeah. And where is that one?
Hollywood Studios.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
perfect. Yeah. That's gonna be so fun.
So it should be fun.
The reservations are just you got them for you guys. Like y'all aren't going with the whole family. It's just.
We are going with Peter's parents twice to two of them, and then the other ones we're just going.
Cool.
Yeah. So, should be fun. Should be
so
fun. Yeah. I think we're going to have great weather there, so we'll just escape.
Good. I was going to ask, what's the weather like?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hopefully good.
So, do you have live updates, or I'm just thinking you have so many lamps coming your way now.
So true. I have a lot of touch lamps coming. Thank you, Sarah. She's been on the hunt, getting some good deals.
Yep.
Other than that, my family's coming.
That's so
this
fun.
Weekend. So
is it like rodeo time, or what are they coming for?
No, just wanted to come.
Okay, I love it.
They're actually going to come a couple weeks ago, and then everybody and their mom got the flu. So we pushed it back. Yeah. And so now they're coming. So just for fun, just to visit.
Yeah.
And but they're coming like to the coldest weather, which they probably are having some cold weather as well. But
yeah,
I'm like, oh, this weather is like, I obviously will get out, but like it makes me so cold that I don't even want to get outside.
I know.
Like, my bones.
Do you have seat warmers?
No, only
in your car?
In my car, not in my my other one. My old car.
Oh, okay. Got it.
So
Yeah.
Matthew's using them.
He's
probably.
toasted.
Yeah.
Well,
Which he needs them because he's
he
going to
needs
work
it. Yeah,
early
he's on the
and
road.
He's probably
He's beating those streets down.
Exactly.
Do you have any fun plans for when your family comes in town?
We really don't have anything planned at the moment.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah, I think they wanted to go to this restaurant they love to go when they come here.
Okay.
But that's about it.
Do I know this restaurant?
You do.
Okay. Is it good or?
Yes, you went recently on a date night.
Oh, okay. Well, I wouldn't hide that one. There's a bunch of them.
Oh, okay. It's called whiskey
Papacitos?
cake. No.
Oh, whiskey cake. Just kidding. I was like, Papacitos? There's a lot of whiskey cakes too. I love whiskey cake. Both of those are our date night spots.
Papacitos is everywhere, like not just...
No,
Texas?
It's all over Houston though. Like there's a bunch. Yeah.
True.
The Papas family. They're
Papas
big.
and the mamas.
They're big around here.
Yeah.
I was just saying. These are my kind of people. I've taken
my mom, but I don't know if I've taken my whole family to Papacitos.
Oh, really?
Now that I think
you got to get the fajitas.
Okay.
Or the enchiladas, but like they'll get their salad. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No. Boring.
I used to
Mexican restaurant gets. Actually, I have.
Before. I used to get a steak salad. Yeah.
I was like, so lame.
Forget it.
Like why? Why?
I know.
You can have a fajita.
Literally. Literally. And you get that garlic butter sauce on the side and you drizzle it over the fajitas.
Excuse me.
It's something special.
Sounds delish.
But yeah, whiskey cake is great too.
Yeah.
We went to whiskey cake like right after we got engaged and had like a little like brunch. Like a fun brunch. Yeah.
I've never had I don't think I've ever gone for brunch. That's fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I've had breakfast food there because they do chicken and waffles. Like,
all
the time.
day.
So
yeah,
I've had that, but that's it.
You can't just go on a weekday. I think they only do brunch on the weekends and then on holidays. But we got engaged on a Monday that was a holiday. Oh. It was Columbus Day.
Perfect.
So they had brunch.
Wow.
So it was a blast.
Love it.
Anyway, guys, we'll just dive right on into anything else. Anything else new with you?
That's about it.
Okay. Yeah. We got so many. My mom gave us a belated Valentine's gift. Ooh. And it was like something like 200 tea bags, like all different flavors. So I was like, oh, wow. So we're on a like tea safari.
You got enough for all year.
Exactly.
And
I was like,
probably.
Right, let's party. So today's episode is called Therapy, but Make It Fun. Mm-hmm. That's what we're rolling with.
Yeah.
And we're going to go through some questions and give our unsolicited advice. Actually, it's
our answers and opinions.
Yeah. Our unprofessional advice is what I'll say. It might not be unsolicited, but yeah. I'll read the first one. This person says, I feel like I'm always the one reaching out first in my friendship. If I don't text, we don't talk. Does that mean they don't really care, or am I just overthinking it?
Oof. That's tough.
Age old.
It is. And I can like think of scenarios of people who've run into this issue.
Yeah. I will say.
Yeah, you go.
Sometimes they are the problem.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's the form of how the message comes to them.
Okay.
Because there's one friend that I can think of like right off the bat. And if I text that person, I will not hear back for 2 to 3 years. If I send a voice memo, right away.
Really?
They're responding. Yes.
I feel like I'm the opposite.
Yeah. So it's just because I think they just feel like, oh, this is too much to like sit and text, but they could just be like, blah, 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 talking to the phone.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's the delivery. I know some people, it's pretty rare these days, but some people are more like a phone call or a FaceTime, you know?
Yeah.
So sometimes it is the delivery of, and okay, also, this is so random, but sometimes I feel like I'll text people and they don't respond, but we can chat for the longest time on Instagram.
Funny.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you're DMing back and forth.
Yeah.
And then I'll shoot something else over on text and they don't, they really, they take longer to get back to you.
Yeah.
So sometimes I do think it is the form of delivery and just like what they are naturally spending more time on, whether it's voice notes or Instagram or whatever. But sometimes it means they don't have time for you.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I mean, sometimes it just means I don't think they're necessarily invested into the friendship like you are. And that's not to say that they're like a horrible person or anything like that. It's just, I feel like I've said this recently. If they are not on the same page of the friendship with you, then you need to move on instead of just like letting yourself get hurt every time.
Yeah.
And then like, or they are like, I know people like this. They are like, they love you. They do want to be your friend, but they don't always have the, I don't know, time or capacity, or they don't think like that to like reach out or to always be texting.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah. So they're kind of like, they are around, and they do, when they are with you, they are excited to be with you. Mm-hmm. But they're just not the best at texting or, being like intentional like other people are. And that's where, expectations come into play too. Like you might have one expectation for friendships and they might have another. Yeah. And so it's like, are you meeting in the middle? Maybe that's something to talk about, think about, and just kind of be okay with if you're the one texting all the time, if that's the way it goes. Now, if they're not reaching back out, like when you do text them, then that might be your answer.
I ran into something. I'm going to say this one thing and we can move on. Okay. I felt something I had never felt in my life. And it was right after I gave birth. Uh-huh. I'm like in the bed trying to text. And I felt like I could not text a sentence. Like I was like, I don't know if it was like the words weren't coming to me or if it just felt like such an effort to like get out my phone and like write a couple sentences.
Yes.
But I was like, I cannot even do this. Cause we were trying to tell people, okay, she's born. Here's her name, you know, to our little family post thing. Yeah. And it was like such a brain buster to get through. It took me 4 or 5 hours.
Yes. I was shocked at myself. It happens instantly.
Yeah, so I don't know. It is instantaneous. It's wild.
It truly is. That happened to me too. I was like...
And the first few days, just texting people back was like,
yeah.
I cannot get my thumbs to write this message.
Yeah. I think it was like I was overwhelmed. Like I was trying to just figure everything out. So then I'm like, I don't have time to just sit here and send this message. So it would take me like forever when I had like a moment to think about it.
And I'd be like, I'm doing a lot of sitting, but like
still
it was harder to like nurse and text. Like it felt like I couldn't do it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like,
a lot of balancing.
Right. You get better at it, or I guess maybe they get better at it.
Yeah.
Because you kind of have to really hold them in place at first and balance everything. And then later on they can just kind of hang on and you can have your limbs back. But yeah, it's a little wild at first.
It is.
Okay. This one is juicy. My best friend of 10 years suddenly stopped responding to all of my messages. There wasn't a fight or any kind of explanation, just silence on her end. Should I confront her or let it go?
Well, I would say confront her, but how? Because she won't answer.
She won't answer? Right?
You'd have to literally go to her house if you know where she lives.
Yeah.
And then knock on her door, hope she's home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or you could try to call her, see if she picks up, or send a voice memo. Telling her, how you're feeling. And if you don't get a response, then that's your answer, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I don't know how else you do it if they are ignoring you.
Right. Dude.
Which,
I don't know. I'm just like, maybe you let it go.
If they're ignoring you and not answering, like that is them. Like that's their problem.
Exactly. I'm like, that's not a good foundational aspect of a friendship.
No, definitely not.
You know what I mean? If you can't even it's saying that you're not worth enough to them for them to go through even a little conflict with you. Right. Like to say, oh, you hurt my feelings over this or whatever. Yeah. Like they don't even have the emotional or maturity, emotional bandwidth or the maturity to like say, you know,
Yeah.
something's different.
Right.
So
Well,
they
it's
don't
like
even respect you enough to do that. It's like, okay.
we give guys a hard time for ghosting girls, you know?
And girls ghost each other all the time.
And girls are out here ghosting each other. That's not cool. Like, you no longer can complain about guys ghosting.
Yeah, if you're
you are
ghosting
girls. Now, I know girls ghost guys as well, but I'm just saying I've heard a lot of, girls complain about that.
Yeah.
So don't be that guy.
Yeah.
Don't be that girl.
Man, do you think it's like that kind of scenario? I don't know. I think this happened to my mom. She had a friend, I remember, all throughout my childhood that would call. They were like long distance friends. And she would call like every day. They would talk. And then one day she was like done. Like she never called again.
Weird.
It was like, okay.
To this day, she doesn't know why.
She's like, I guess I offended her, but like she would not want to talk. She would not talk to me ever again. Like, okay.
That's so wild.
Yeah.
Like, I can't imagine just not talking to someone for no reason. Like, I think sometimes things do happen gradually where you're just like I've had that where you both kind of just stop putting effort so that it dwindles. But to go from I'm calling you every day to like that doesn't make a lot of sense.
I know.
I don't know.
I know. Who knows? And I think sometimes it's happened to me a couple times. And I think like looking back, like for both scenarios, we did talk again later.
Yeah.
But it was like they were using, I think like they were using other people as an excuse as to why, like, oh, this relationship I was in, they didn't want me talking to you, or like just weird stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
like,
sometimes
why?
it's like you gotta own it. It was you. It wasn't everybody else.
Yeah. And if they are not letting you talk to someone, that's a weird relationship. So think about that.
You know. Yep. Okay. This next one. My boyfriend always keeps his phone face down and avoids talking about certain parts of his day. Am I being paranoid, or is this really a red flag? I think you know.
Yeah. That is kind of weird. Now, like, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Sometimes I put my phone face down.
Yeah, to be like, I'm present.
Yes.
Yeah.
But this sounds like a different scenario where
Yeah.
he's not letting you see anything in your phone, in his phone. And are they're just dating, or in their marriage?
Yeah, they're dating. Except my boyfriend.
Yeah. I mean, you should talk to him for sure.
Yeah.
And tell him how you feel about this.
Yeah.
And if he's like, oh, here's my phone. Like, I don't care. Like, look through it.
Right.
Or if he's very defensive,
Yeah.
There's probably a reason.
Yeah. I will say when Peter and I were dating, I would be like, he'd be like, how was work? I'm like, I'm not talking about work. Like, you know what I mean? Or like, I was like, I've been working. Like, I don't want to work anymore.
Yeah.
So I definitely wouldn't talk about my day. I'd be like, let's talk about anything else but my day. Like, my day was chicken and stupid. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I get that.
Yeah.
You just kind of want to turn it off and
so I would be like, I'm putting my phone on do not disturb. I am not looking at it.
Yeah.
So I guess I would have those red flags, but
yeah.
I was like, I don't want to.
But at least you were like honest about it. I don't know if this person's getting that.
Right. They're not like, my boyfriend says he wants to be fully present for me during the day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're just getting sus vibes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
This next person says, my best friend has a new friend that they're always hanging out with. I'm starting to feel left out, but I don't want to seem clingy. How do I deal with this without pushing them away even more?
I mean, I think I guess you have two options. One, you either
plan an event for all three of you.
Yeah. And just include yourself.
Yeah.
You have to not be offended by it.
Yeah.
Or talk to your friend about it, And I mean, you can even like play it down where you're like, I'm not trying to be clingy. I'm so sorry if this does come off clingy, but, I do feel left out.
Yeah.
And not making it be like, you're making me feel left out. Like, how dare you?
Right.
But just be like, is there a way, like,
yeah,
we can all be friends, or I can be included, or, you know, that kind of thing.
I would just say, oh my gosh, I miss hanging out with you. Like, are you doing something with them? That looked so fun. Let's go do it together.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to think if you were like running in the towns, never seeing me with like a new friend, I'd be like, all right, so I'm coming.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to go. Yeah, that looked fun.
Right.
Like, what the heck? Get me out of the house.
Right. Yeah, it's like, how close are you with this person? Like, can you just be like, hey, I want to come.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
If they're your best friend, like you said, like, I would think you could be like, hey.
Yeah.
I need an outlet.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And then if they're like, no, this is really best if we just hang out by themselves, then it's like, okay.
Okay, why?
You might want to be their best friend.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's hard when someone's your best friend and then they have another best friend and you're like,
right. And it's funny because some people are like that, where they have their, they keep their separate.
Yeah.
Where they're like, this is my friend group over here, this is my friend group over here.
Right.
And like that happens. It can happen, where you just have different sets of friend groups. But if you're not ever willing to bring them together, that can be a lot
of people do that, huh?
Yeah. Like, I'm always cool if the friend groups hang out together.
I'm always trying to mix. I'm always trying to be like, there are going to be some people here that you're not familiar with. Yeah.
Creeped out by that.
Yeah. I don't know. It's tough.
Yeah.
It is tough. Okay. I want to get married, but my boyfriend says he doesn't believe in marriage. Do I compromise or should we break up?
What's the compromise here?
Not get married, date
literally
indefinitely.
So no.
Yeah.
That's a goodbye.
Yeah. I don't know why
if getting married is important to you,
yeah,
then you need to get married and not be dating this loser who doesn't want to get married to you.
I know.
Because
if they don't want to get married to you, they don't want to get married to you.
Can I be so harsh right now?
Oh, I hope you do.
If he's saying he doesn't want to get married to you, most likely he's not that into you.
Yeah.
Because I feel like
it's a you thing.
If you broke up,
he'd get married.
In 2 seconds, he'd find someone else and he'd get married. For whatever reason, he's holding off, setting you to the side, maybe out of desperation, maybe out of, I don't know if I'll find anyone else, or like, I like to have this security. But a man on a mission is going to get married.
100%. 100%. What is that quote that's like, girls get married because what is it? I don't know.
I don't know the exact quote.
It was like,
but it's
guys marry
like,
once they're ready, they marry the person in front of them.
Exactly.
Versus girls will be ready and then try to look for
like the best option that fits them. Yeah. Right. And sometimes for men that works out and sometimes it doesn't. And some men are more intentional, but some guys, I feel like, especially the ones who have been putting it off and like afraid of commitment, it's like one day they go, bing, I have to get married. Who's in front of me?
Or they're in a relationship. I feel like I do see this a lot too. It's like they're in a relationship for a long time, but they're not feeling getting married to this person.
Yeah.
Then once they finally break up, then they're like, I'll marry whoever.
Yeah, exactly.
As long as it wasn't them.
Right. Or like, it's almost like their breakup helped them realize what they didn't want.
Yeah.
And so then they find this person that lights up their life and they're like, oh,
let's do this.
It was you I was waiting for.
I guess so. Does that happen with girls? Do you have any, do you know any, do we know of any girls that are like, I don't believe in marriage?
No, not really. I don't think so. I think if they do say they don't believe in marriage, it's because the guy is also not believing in marriage. Personally.
Right, but it's not like, he really wants to marry me, but I just want to go. Not really.
I mean, free. I don't know of any, to be honest.
Right? I haven't really run across that scenario.
No.
It's always the other way around. I think the biological clock,
Yeah.
it takes harder.
It's possible it's out there. Like, I'm sure there are some women who are just like, but then even then, if they're not, committing to anyone, I feel like they do in the back of their head want to get married.
Yeah.
It's just like they haven't found someone that made them want to get married now.
Right.
So
they're still, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's usually, in this type of scenario, it's usually the guy who's like not ready to get married. Oh, yeah. Now, the girl might be like, I don't know if I want to marry you.
Yeah.
Or I don't know if I want to be in a relationship with you.
Yeah.
But they usually know that, like, they want to get married.
It's usually, I feel like, the guys that hang on in a relationship. Well, yeah, I don't know. No, both people do.
Both ways.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it's a lot to start over. So,
yeah, exactly.
Who knows, man?
I don't know.
Okay. All right. My boyfriend never posts about me on social media, but he posts about everything else. Is he hiding me?
That's a tough one. Is he telling other people about you? It would be my next question.
Right. Does his family know
in real life?
You? Right.
Because, some people just don't want their personal life being out there. Maybe he posts about, like, things that are neutral.
Yeah. I texted you something the other day. Well, I messaged you something the other day, and it was like, we see it all the time now where people have a baby, but, like, they don't post the kid's face.
Yeah.
But it was this person who's like, I'm engaged. But it was just, like, hands and, like...
That was so weird.
No. Yeah, it was just, like, his arms, his hands. Yeah. Like, we didn't know. You know what I mean? I'm like,
Did you know they were dating anyone?
No.
So this was just, like, all of a sudden, you're engaged.
Maybe,
and you're not
they were probably dating.
Yeah.
But didn't post that. And then just posted, like, here's my engagement hand. But, like, no person.
Yeah. And you're like, why?
I'm like, okay. And the comments were like, wow, this is, like, building a lot of anticipation. Like, clearly, people don't know him in real life, too. I'm like, this is interesting.
Yeah. Why would you not show the face?
I'm interested. I don't know.
I know. I wonder
There's
got to
be a reason, like some kind of history where you're like, Yeah. I've been burned. But
right. Or I'm
like, are you gonna like reveal on your wedding day or like never reveal? Isn't there someone who like some celebrity where you don't know who they're married to?
I don't know.
I feel like it's like maybe I could be making this up, but I feel like it's like maybe Andy from The Office, which he's not even like this big celebrity, but it's like he has a spouse, but no one knows like who it is.
Huh. I don't know. Maybe. That's funny. I don't know how he gets away with that.
Right?
Because I feel like people would find him or see him walking around with someone, click, click, click.
I don't know his real name. I'm going to type in Andy Bernard.
Yeah, maybe that guy doesn't want to be posted.
Ed Helms. Okay, let's see. Ed Helms.
Ed?
Personal life. Yeah, his name's Ed.
I would have never guessed.
Personal life. He is married and has mentioned that he has one daughter. You don't know who he's married to or who the kid is.
Wow. He's mentioned he has one daughter.
Helms is married. This is Wikipedia.
Okay.
But it usually says who they're married to. No.
Yeah.
He is married and on several occasions mentions that he has one daughter. In a podcast in 2024, he mentioned he now has 2 children. He's really like
private.
Keeping it separate. Let me tell you.
He goes to Wikipedia every day and deletes the name off of it. Like,
I don't know. Somebody's got to know them. You know what I mean? How is it not leaked?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
It's
like
so
someone's
weird.
put it on
like
Wikipedia
you don't want to be seen with them
day.
ever. Yeah. And I'm like, you're not even A-list.
They're not even what?
You're not even an A-list actor.
Right. I thought you said you're not even atheist. I'm like, what?
No. You're not even an A-list actor. It's like,
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Like, it's
why hide like your favorite person? I get like with kids, it's like, no, I don't. Even if I'm not big, like there's probably a weirdo that I know.
for sure.
But with a grown adult spouse, I don't get that.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
You can't know who it is.
Maybe they don't want to be known or posted.
Maybe.
You know?
But this person who wrote in is like, I do want
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, anyway, we got
to that one.
Fully off topic.
She or he does. So
yeah. Oh, we follow somebody else who's like keeping her boyfriend a secret, which I all into it. Wait. The whole Mr. 6'8".
Oh, yes.
Yeah. But I like true. That. I get that's that. Fun. No, all of that makes sense. She's like,
right.
You know, I'm post-divorce. I'm not going to.
Yeah. Like, especially at this time of her life, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe eventually, but.
Totally. Yeah. I think she's like, there will be a reveal one day, but.
Yeah,
you know.
for sure.
Anyway. Yeah, if they don't. I don't know. It depends. Like, it depends if it seems like they're hiding you. Again, if their friends know about you, if their family knows about you,
right.
I think you're good.
Yeah.
But, because if they just post like, it'd be like they post about everything else. It's like, do they post other people or are they just posting random stuff? Because if it's like not their brand anyway, to like, you know what I mean?
They're posting
like,
here's
news.
My favorite.
Yeah, exactly. It's like news stuff or like reposting like not even original content, or if it's like, you know, like food, and that's not the same.
No.
And you're looking for like, happy Valentine's Day to my cuddliest, wonderfulest person. You know, it's like, that's very different from what they're used to posting. When they're used to posting about something that's completely non-controversial, not deep, not really showing who they are. You know what I mean?
And also, anyway. I don't know, maybe she has, but ask them, you know?
Yeah.
What's going on with that? What's your reasoning?
Yeah.
Have a conversation.
Yeah. Okay. I'm close with my family, but my boyfriend and them don't get along at all. How do I keep both relationships going? So I think it depends if you like your family, you know, in the first place. Because if you're like, I don't really vibe with them, it's kind of okay if your boyfriend or future husband doesn't. Yeah. But if you are very close to them and they don't get along, either they see something in him or your family is dysfunctional or it's not going to work.
Yeah. No.
Somebody is sussing out somebody.
Yes.
And you're blind to one of them.
Right.
You know, I feel like if people are healthy, like they can make it work with whoever.
Yeah.
But if something is wrong, then they can't make it work.
No, exactly.
And you will have to choose one of them.
Right.
Okay, last question. My boyfriend is still really close with his ex. They say they're just best friends, but I can't shake the feeling that something is off. Am I being insecure about this?
Probably not.
You're not. No.
Yeah, it's probably not good. Let's just say.
If you got to ask a question about it, no.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's really rough.
Married.
So you can tell them firsthand that you should worry.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If he's friends with his ex, it's like, why are you still friends with him?
Why are you together?
Why don't you just be together? Because
figure out what you need to figure out and go get back together. But
and if it's like, I can't give this person up, then there's a problem there. Because
I don't think it works. Personally, I don't think it works to have platonic friendships that are the opposite sex. I just don't.
No.
Not best
friends. This is an age-old argument. People want to think that it's no big deal. Sometimes it's no big deal for one person.
Right.
It's a big deal for the other person. It's always. So it just doesn't work.
I know.
Let your husband be your best friend.
Yes. Absolutely.
Just get married. Solves that problem.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right. Well, that's our advice, guys.
Yeah.
That's our therapy for free. We hope you enjoyed it.
Helps.
Yeah, I hope it helps somebody out there. Yeah, that's all we have to say. If you ever have a question, you can always submit it to us on our website. It's anonymous. And on Instagram, we know who you are. And if you're okay with that, we just won't read your name. Exactly. But this has been fun talking about some stuff. We've got some ideas in the works for some other episodes. So we've got some fun stuff coming your way. I cannot actually fathom that we're about to be in March.
That's crazy.
So that's bonkers. But we will have some fresh episodes for March coming your way. Yes. And we'll be marching on through the year.
Wow. Here we go.
Bye. Absolutely insane. All right, guys. Well, we love you. And I'll come back with a Disney recap for everyone.
Can't wait.
And we will see you later.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Thanks for listening today. Make sure that you're following us at Honesty Club Podcast on Instagram, or check out our website, thehonestyclub.com, to be a part of future episodes.
You can submit an idea for a topic or write in with a story for us to share.
If you like this episode, make sure to subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts, leave us a review, or share it with a friend.
See you next Thursday.